Eagles 102.3 FM Abuja. And yes, we serve it hot, hot, hot. Yes, that's right. Just to give you that early morning booster to ensure that you start your day the right way. And we're not doing that all in oblivion. You're not doing that in a limbo. You're doing that with us and with me. But before I introduce myself, let me welcome you to the day proper. 15th day in the month of August 2024 it is. It is a Thursday and it's 2 minutes gone past the hour of 7 on the AM side. Might I say, Olodudu, Agife, might I say, Ndewonu, let me say, Carol, let me say, in Kwana, in my dialect I would say, Messiere, and finally in the language that you and I understand best. Good morning. My name is Udwak Daniel, and yes, we are opening the pages this time because this is that very segment of the breakfast show that we get to look into what's going on the front page of Nigerian newspapers. And guess what? It doesn't stop there. It only gets better because in the course of looking at the headlines to find out which one jumps at you, pops at you, tickles your fancy, begs for your reaction, you also get the chance, the opportunity, the right, the privilege, all of it put together to bring your 2 cents on it. Which of them really appeals to you is what, of course, you should put your voice into. And if the headlines is not read right here, please don't give me another headlines from wherever you saw it. All right, let's just stick to the headlines that I'm going to be bringing to your eardrums. But while we are in the process of doing that, might I also intimate you very intimately the fact that there are some things that you ought to know. And one of such would be the fact that the Speaker of the House of Representatives, Honorable Abbas Tajuddin, on Wednesday ordered the withdrawal of the counter-subversion bill sponsored by him, which tends to prescribe harsh punishments for those accused of engaging in activities regarded as subversive. The bill, which also aimed to penalize Nigerians who fail to recite national anthem, generated controversy before it was withdrawn. Yeah, this very one, we would have talked about it, right, during the Eagles Outlook, but then I was already thinking that this bill was going to be withdrawn after all, so I talk about it because, as I've heard from the many thoughts of Nigerians, I mean brothers and sisters that have simmered into my eardrums, they've said, well, then they should go on with the bill. No problem, they should go on with the bill. Who are those that will be most affected? It will be the elite, because most of the time they are the ones who don't know how to sing it, don't you think? But anyways, it's still, on the other side, the Nigerians are saying, come on, how many months, how many weeks ago that you gave us a new national anthem? Oh, come on, we need to get used to it, especially the Gen Zs. They're still trying to get used to it. But anyways, let's see this one now. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu arrived in Malabo, the capital of Equatorial Guinea, on Wednesday evening for a 3-day official visit. President Tinubu, who arrived at the presidential wing of the Malabo International Airport, was received by the Prime Minister of the country, Manuela Roca Bote, on arrival. What a name. The Kano State government has said that those who invaded the State House Court during the State High Court during the nationwide protest carted away some of the documents used in the corruption trial of former Governor Abdullahi Ganduje. Kano State Governor Abba Kabir Yusuf confirmed this to journalists when he paid a visit to the court for an on-the-spot assessment of the damages. Okay, alrighty. Let's see how that story goes, finally. The 6th Division of the Nigerian Army has intensified its operations against illegal bunkering in the Niger Delta region, destroying more illegal refineries and confiscating stolen products. The acting Deputy Director, 6th Division Army Public Relations, Lieutenant Colonel Danjuma Jona Danjuma said on Wednesday that to maintain the ongoing momentum, troops were traversing the length and breadth of the operational landscape with huge successes. Okay, well done, troops. Now, the House of Representatives Election Tribunal on Wednesday sacked the member representing Igbo Eze North Ndenu Federal Constituency, Simon Atigwe. The tribunal also declared Dennis Namdi Agbo of the Labour Party LP the actual winner of the Igbo Eze North Ndenu Udenu federal constituency rerun elections. All right, some good judgment coming up finally. The lawmaker representing Kano South, Senator Samaila Kawu, has revealed that he earns over 21 million naira monthly as a total take-home package. This revelation is coming barely 24 hours after the Revenue Mobilization Allocation and Fiscal Commission said that each of the 109 senators in the upper chamber receives a total of 1.06 million naira in salary and allowances per month. Okay. He says, I earned 21. So, in other words, the 1.606 is just a fragment, a very tiny, mini, itty-bitty fragment of what I earn. Okay. Well, the Federal Road Safety Corps, Abia State Sector Command, on Wednesday confirmed a road traffic crash that occurred at Arungwa Village, opposite Arab Contractors Construction Company in Port Harcourt, on Port Harcourt-Enugu Expressway. Now, the confirmation was contained in a statement by Corps Commander Ngozi Ezeoma. All right, a leading Nigerian financial institution, all right, has dismissed the report that its website was hacked. All right, a top source clarified that the bank was having a connectivity issue, but that it had nothing, absolutely nothing to do with the hacking. Okay. More lifeless bodies were recovered on Tuesday following a wooden boat that capsized in River Dundaye of Wamako local government area of Sokoto State on Sunday. 10 bodies have so far been removed or recovered 2 days after the incident. I don't know why stories like this just know how to bring your vibe down just a little bit. But yeah, I mean, if that's the way we can show some respect, we should, right? Sure. Man, God rest your souls, man. Moving away now from that and to the final thing that I need you to know. Gunmen have killed a farm manager and kidnapped 3 other persons when they raided 2 farms in Niger State. It was gathered that the farm manager of one of the farms located on the outskirts of Sabon Wuse community in Tafa local government area, whose name was not immediately given, attempted to confront the gun-wielding hoodlums when he was shot to death. He attempted to confront the gun-wielding hoodlums. There's a reason I had to read that again, all right? So, okay, well, you know what I mean. But anyways, we just hope that, of course, things will be done and then done fast because, indeed, this is not, the Nigeria that our founding fathers would love to see if should they be alive up until today. But that being said, it doesn't stop us from getting to the front pages of Nigerian newspapers as we bring the stories into your audiovisual consciousness. And a couple of stories that we'll be bringing into you right now would be, of course, from the This Day newspaper. Yeah, the This Day made it this time. The Punch newspaper, the Guardian newspaper, the Nation newspaper. Surprisingly, the Nigerian Tribune newspaper is making it very early too, and Vanguard newspaper. But I'm thinking the Daily Trust newspaper now is lagging behind for some reason. But we'll just stick with these ones. I mean, because there's quite a handful of them. And just to give you the numbers, 0907-353-0044 is the number to call. The other number would be 0908-766-8888. And we welcome old and newbies, right? And if you've not called in for quite some time, I mean, family members, we're missing you. You might as well want to add your voice, on this one as we go reviewing the front page of Nigerian newspapers this morning, the 15th day in the month of August of 2024. Might I also add that, look, if you're watching outside the shores of Nigeria, as I'm expecting and I believe that you are doing, which of course makes you deserve this bell, or you're domiciled in Nigeria and you're also taking out time to say that I want to match the voice with the face, with the ambience, with the serenity of what the studio Eagles 102.3 FM can give or is giving. Well, I want to promise you that we are giving. That's right. So I should also give you this one. That's right. Welcome. So get on there across social media platforms right there. YouTube at Eagles FM Abuja. Subscribe. On the Facebook page wall, get on there too at Eagles FM Abuja. Do also give us a like and a following. Give us a comment. Give us a share. We would love that very much. And to X X. Well, to also get down there to get an audio-visual radio experience that you can count on at Eagles FM Abuja and across TikTok, as well as the gram. I'm talking about Instagram at Eagles FM Abuja. And like I always say, I would say that every time that you engage with us across social media platforms, do well to also imprint your presence. Let us know that you are there, so you can like, you can follow, you can subscribe, you can share, you can comment, you can look. There is naturally no limitation to the things that you could do across these social media platforms where we have a shed. Yeah, we have a shed. We have a strong presence right there, and we have the bragging rights. Why? Because you gave it to us. Thank you. All right, now let's get on to this one. Right, this day newspaper is the first one that I'll be taking. It's going to be a very smart read. The big story says NSA attempts to disrupt peaceful conduct of Edo Guba poll will be met with full force. NSA is saying that any attempt to disrupt the peaceful conduct of Edo Guba poll will be met with full force, right? If I was any miscreant, I would not want to dare the NSA at this point in time. But that story you would find on page 5 of the This Day newspaper for today. And just a story is almost hiding itself, but above that big story, yeah, WHO declares health emergency over Mpox. So there's something called the Mpox. Okay, page 5 is carrying that story right there. Page 5 is looking popular with the front page of the This Day newspaper. Yet, the bigger story, federal government approves implementation of zero-duty VAT exemption on selected food items. Okay, there's a couple of food items that there might not be a VAT on them. All right, it's got just one rider to it, though, and that rider is... A new policy takes effect today, expected to crash food prices. All right, the story begins on the front page of the This Day newspaper, continued on page 9 of the This Day newspaper. Kayamo leads delegation to Europe over Abuja's second runway project. Page 42 is carrying that story you might want to see, and it's at the base of the This Day newspaper. Now, above the This Day newspaper banner, now you would find the story. Manufacturers Association of Nigeria, I believe, lending rates to manufacturers rose from 28.6% to 35% in quarter 2 of 2024. It's got two riders now to that one. Says continuous hike in MPR tightening conditions for productive sector. Second rider says Naira will gain if Nigeria manufactures own weapons, argues defense minister. Page 8 is carrying that story, but defense minister, Nigerians are saying that it must not really be manufacturers of our own weapons. What about manufacturing our own commodity? What about every other thing that we are very bright at manufacturing? Is it that we don't have the capacity? Oh, we do. All right, defense minister. But if you say that we should start with the weapons, okay, we're saying that's fair and square, right? Moving away from that one now, let's get on to this one here. And this one, big story, the Punch newspaper it is. Food crisis. Military deploys troops in Northwest North Central farms. Oh, sounds to me like a guidance and counselor kind of thingy. But anyways, that's what the military is doing, and Nigerians are saying, what about the police force? What about the other guys? But anyways, so this story is found on page 2. It's got two liners to it, or two riders if you like. Farmers Associations, Lord Tinubu say move will boost harvest, tackle food insecurity. Second rider, deployment will grant farmers access to farms, ensure hitch-free planting season. DHQ is saying that. Are we proud? Should we be happy? I don't know. But I'm seeing this one just to the side of the Punch newspaper. EFCC detains Nakon chair, recovers 314,098 Naira, Saudi Riyal. All right. 314,098 Saudi Riyal. They recovered that one from him, the Nakon, chair. All right, page 28 is carrying the story. Now, just above the Punch newspaper, banner now, the heights, the apogee, the peak, the zenith, you know what I mean. Prices skyrocket as petrol scarcity bites harder. Page 2, again, is showing his face, saying, look, I want to be popular. And it's got one rider to it. Marketers blame supply shortage. NNPC keeps mum. Prices skyrocket as petrol scarcity bites harder. Right. And just to the side of that one, still at the top of the Punch newspaper front page, power tariff. ASU demands reversal. Varsity's bills jump by 300%. Is it a coincidence now? Judges' salaries jumped to 300%, and now... Okay, I'm just saying though, but page 27 has got that story. You want to go get the nitty-gritty on that story, you should get on with the Punch newspaper. At the base of the Punch newspaper, 149 Nigerians repatriated from Niger. Right. Page 27. I've got sharp eyes. Federal government inaugurates panel for Naira-based crude sale. Page 10 is carrying that story now to pages 4 and 5. I don't know why that is looking popular, and for some reason it is written in red. Right. Motorists lament traffic snarl as Julius Berger resumes work on Long Bridge. Okay. And the last one that I'm bringing to you now with the Punch newspaper would be minor stabs. 2 siblings remanded in a Kitty juvenile home. All right. Away from that story now, getting on to the Guardian newspaper. What is with the Guardian newspaper? Southwest. 39 dams moribund over poor maintenance, obsolete equipment. All right. Southwest. 39 dams moribund over poor maintenance, obsolete equipment. Page 6 carrying the story now. WHO declares Mpox outbreak a global health emergency. Page 4 is carrying that story. Okay, this would be the time for Nigeria to arise and shine and do the needful so that we don't have this in our country. Just saying. 18 die in 3 road crashes along Lagos-Ibadan Expressway. And you would find this one now on page 8 of the Guardian newspaper. Now to the belly button area of the Guardian newspaper right now. Just before we get on to the base. We can no longer afford further hikes in interest rate. Manufacturers warn. Page 6 carrying that story to page 19. Oh, my sharp eyes now. Government begins implementation of zero duty on selected food items. All right. Give it to the federal government. Selected food items. And they say, according to them, according to what they are postulating, that's right, according to what they are projecting, that this will indeed crash down the price of food item in the market. And to this one here, Yusuf visits vandalized Kano High Court, says sensitive documents on Ganduje stolen. Page 30, scaring that story. And to this one now, page 7, party disowns Ebisani as LP Guber candidate in Ondo. All right, into this one here, pressure mounts. This is the base now. Pressure mounts on Tinubu to sack oil sector chiefs. Page 5 is carrying the story. And the last one that I bring to you, your audiovisual consciousness that is, would be this one. Page 4. Protests. We're sitting on a time bomb. Sule tells northern governors. This is indeed alluding to the same thing that Cardinal Onaikan had said, and the bishop, right, and Catholic Anglican bishops right there, have said to the president yesterday, said, when you don't give the youths jobs, when you don't put them to use effectively, it's more like we are sitting on a time bomb. And now we have Sule telling northern governors right there, saying, based on this protest, we are sitting on a time bomb. Okay, well, that got me panting just a little bit. But I see this one here, the Nation newspaper, a big story with the Nation newspaper. Council of State governors pass confidence votes in Tinubu. Right. Let me be sure that this very daily is not a repeat broadcast from yesterday. Let me be sure. Let me see. Okay. See, I got you now. I got you. I believe it was a repeat broadcast. So apologies. Let's just X the Nation from this one now and bring you the Nigerian Tribune newspaper. Okay, for the Nigerian Tribune newspaper now, I see this big story on the front page of Nigerian Tribune's newspaper. It says confusion triggers fresh debate over senators' pay package. All right, it's got a couple of writers now. RMAFC serving ex-senators, quote, different figures. Quote, different figures. And this also goes back to what one of our family members talking about. What's his name right now? Ooh, why do I forget? Well, he's in Toronto right now, but he said he's going to be coming back in a short bit. He had said, I worked closely with a senator some time past, and while I was serving, but what he earns is not what they're telling us. But he says, I'll not just talk anyways. I'll just keep my mouth shut. And we are seeing, quite different, figures, earnings from senators from this one. RMAFC, y'all would have been just like, if I had known, I wouldn't have told Nigerians this, but look at what it's snowballing into. Another writer to that story now. I earn 21 million naira monthly. Senator Sumaila is saying that when Akpabio undermines RMAFC in fixing salaries allowances at Tiku. All right now. And then to this one right here, the last writer to that story. Serving senators earns 21 million naira monthly. I got 13 million naira monthly during my time. Shehu Sani is saying that one now. Page 3 is carrying that story. You know Shehu Sani, right? Shehu Sani, okay, he was earning 13 million when he was there. Right now, his voice is really strong, talking about other things, that has to do with the federal government policies here and there and all of that. Okay, who is fooling who, according to what one of our family members, Samuel, and of course James from Silesia would say. But let's go to this one here now, page 21. WHO declares Mpox global public health emergency. Ondo 2024, Mimiko's political associates join APC, page 23. Nelfund clears 22 more institutions for students' loan, page 22. To the base. AU appoints Pantami as co-chairman of 4th Industrial Revolution Policy Council. And Nigerians be like, is it the same Pantami from the Buhari administration? All right, I'll look into it. I'll let you into it, whether it's the same or it's another Pantami. Now, I see this one now, page 24. Outrage forces Rep Speaker to withdraw controversial counter-subversion bill, and it's got one writer to it. Bill prescribed jail term for refusal to sing reintroduced national anthem. And to this one here, page 24, hoodlums stole documents on Ganduj's corruption charges from court. Kano government is saying that one. Above the Nigeria Tribune banner now, you would find this one. Customs list guidelines for implementation of zero duty on imported food items. Oh, there are guidelines. I want to believe that guidelines would be, the type of food that there may not be a VAT, on. Page 6 is carrying that one now. And to page 3, farmers raise the alarm over lack of rainfall in Southwest. And there's got two writers to it. Fear food shortage. Second writer, cry out over investments. That is what the Nigerian Tribune is saying right there. And finally, lastly, the very end of it all would be the Vanguard newspaper. Let's go smart in this one so that we can hear your voice now and take your reactions. I see this one, the big story with the Vanguard newspaper. Hurdles ahead of CNG vehicles rollout investigation. All right, page 30, carrying that story. It's got three writers to it. Local mechanics, technicians at sea with technology. Second writer, users still unsure of safety. Third writer, massive awareness, training lacking. Okay, that story, page 30, it carries. Right now, above the Vanguard newspaper banner, the apex, the zenith, the apogee, the heights, the top of it, you would find this one. Anger greets reps, speakers, withdrawn counter-subversion bill. All right, page 8, carrying that story. Outrage as Senator Sumaila says he earns 21 million naira monthly. Senate, mum. Shh, don't say a word. That's what the Senate is doing right there. Page 8 is carrying that story. Well, I'm hoping that they will get to talk something, right? They will get to say something, because Nigerians now, we have our ears open because we are very politically sound and woke. We want to know, which is the actual salary for y'all. All right, and above that story, PMI reports indicates slowdown in economic activities for 13 months. CBN is saying that one now, page 19. And to the belly button area of the Vanguard newspaper now, you would find the story. Federal government's zero duty grains imports terminates December 31. Customs is saying that one, page 19 is carrying that story. To page 11 now, we've taken action against Simon Ekpa's secessionist activities. Finnish government saying that one. Is it finished for Simon Ekpa? Well, I don't know. That's what the Finnish government is saying. They say we've taken action against Simon Ekpa's successionist activities. Page 11 again, once again, carries that story. And to all y'all sport lovers, page 38 is saying 2024 Olympics, frustrated cyclist who borrowed bike in Paris plans to dump Nigeria. Ooh, he borrowed a bike in Paris and now he's planning to dump us. Some Nigerians will say, we die together. We die here. You're not going anywhere. But anyways, you want to look up that story? Want to go see what it is about? Well, go see it. Page 38. And of course, the daily would be the Vanguard newspaper. Yes, that being said, it will be time to hear from you already. I said I rolled out the numbers earlier. Oh, might I just roll it out again. In case you're just tuning in, this is Eagles 102.3 FM, Abuja's breakfast show, Eagles Morning Rise. And it is the Pages, that segment where we get to look into the front pages of Nigerian newspapers and bring the headlines to you. And then you get to decide which one chumps at you, pops at you, tickles your fancy, begs for your reaction, and get to tell me your 2 cents on them. As you do so, you should as well maintain 1 minute 30 seconds as much as you can so that every other person can add your voices loudly and clearly in the speaking arena of the Pages. And of course, if you're sending a message via the WhatsApp portal, well, 1 minute 30 seconds is what is allotted. And if you must go above that, 5 seconds added, 1 minute 35 seconds is the max. Okay, and sending messages, WhatsApp message or text message, keep it short and simple. Go straight to the point. Don't attack personality. Address the topical issues, and let's get it on. 0907-353-0044 is that number to call. The other number would be 0908-766-8888. The WhatsApp portal number would be 0909-705-4450 as we take this call. Hello and good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning to you. This is Moses.
Moses, this is your big brother.
Moses, welcome aboard. Welcome aboard.
God bless you. God bless you.
That's right. Bless you more, Moses.
There is one headline, one of your headlines that's funny me so much.
Which one is that?
The invasion of court led to the meeting case file against Dangote.
That's what we saw, Moses. That's
Wonderful.
what.
Did you believe it?
Oh, man. Moses, I don't know, man. I don't know what to believe now. Moses, we can barely hear you now. You might want to speak into your phone.
Hello?
Yeah.
Hello?
Yes, can hear you now.
Yes.
Can hear you now.
I say a sensitive case like this being filed against Dangote, and you say the protest that invaded the court. Well, to me, then let them refile the case again.
Okay, revise the case again.
They are still alive. And once the case delayed, why not quick investigation and also prosecution should follow immediately? Why must you keep the case so long? Is it that some people are above the law? Look at the issue of Yaya Bello, up to date. Then another one again. Gunmen kill farm managers, a farm manager and kidnap others in Niger State. Wonderful. In this time we are talking about food crisis. Farm manager again being killed and some people being kidnapped from the farm in Niger State is the third one.
Right.
Then finally you do. Petroleum strategy. Again, I hope that it was on this platform that some people say the removal of oil subsidy will make the availability of the product and it will become a market competition.
Right.
Based on price of cash land. Look at Nigeria for you. There is nothing you do in this system to put the thing work that it will work. Look at what is going on. What is bringing fuel scarcity again in this time? We are still praying for this country. There are people that need to let go for this country to work. Because the way this country is going, I don't understand. Who are the cabals? The Nigerians say, bring these cabals out that are behind, not for the successful of this fuel something in this country. But yes, these people are still making merchandise. God bless you.
All right, God bless you right there. Thank you so much, Moses, for that one. You two can bring your voice and bring it loudly and clearly right here via this platform as we go looking at the pages of the front of Nigerian newspapers. 0907 353 0044 is that number to call. Taking this call. Hello and good morning.
Hello, good morning, my brother.
Good morning to you too, Brother Lee. What's your name? Where you calling from?
Well done. You are speaking with Danjuma Deri.
All right, Danjuma. Welcome aboard, Danjuma Deri. Let's get into it.
Thank you.
Yeah.
My first senator collects 21 million in a month. A single person collect 21 million. And look at primary teacher collect 20,000 in a month. Where are we going? Those our leader, they should fear God. All this money that give the senator, they are collect money because of their representatives. And since we elect some senator and rep, we didn't see them for where they are represented. Especially our senator, your age. Up to now, my brother, this thing. But let me tell you, only 1,016 days remain for him for the office. And he come and see us again. Whether we elected, whether we push him out. And lastly, government kill some and arrest some in Niger State. My brother, the issue of killing, look at from Lagos to Ibadan, people die. Bandits, people that are dying. Boko Haram, people are dying. Hunger, people are dying. In Nigeria, where are we going? Look at how a vote, confidence vote for Mr. President. Say as he leading Nigeria. My brother, if you look at all those people, no one among of them that go market buy rice or buy oil or buy oil. All they no hunger, no the problem. Look at the how we put. Now what they don't go approve for Mr. President as a leader. Look at how Mr. President out of Nigeria where people are dying, people are hunger.
Okay, Danjuma. I get that. Thank you so much. Right. Okay, Danjuma Deri right there, all the way from Bida, is giving his thoughts and saying stuff, quite a number of things bothering him, and this, of course, some Nigerians share as well. But let's take this call now and hear from you still. Hello and good morning.
Good morning, my brother.
Good morning to you too, Brother Lee. What's your name? Where you calling from?
It's Samuel from Boucher.
All right, Samuel. Samuel calls in. Welcome aboard, Samuel. Let's get into it.
Well done, job, sir.
Yes, please.
The government, I hear they want to tackle the issue of food crisis, of food security.
Mm-hmm.
I pray that it will not just be a mere talk. They should take action because our farmers are sitting in their homes. They can no longer go to farm. They should do the proper things so that the farmers and what they are producing will be secured and we will have enough food. I also heard of sacking those who are in charge of oil sectors. It's overdue. They should sack them now, today. Because those people, they are causing havoc in this country. Because they don't care. All they're after is what goes to their pocket. It's just like you ask somebody to go and fetch water from the ocean to give to people. They are taken to their homes, and others are dying of this. So they should sack them. Now, the truth is coming out of what the National Assembly people are earning. More is still coming.
Right.
They should reveal it more.
Right.
Now you are giving workers 70,000 naira wages, and somebody is collecting 21 million in a month. As I always say, who is deceiving who in this country?
Right. Who is deceiving
They
who?
should please give us a breathing space.
All right. Give us a breathing space.
God bless you.
All right, Samuel. Thank you. Let the poor breathe. This time, people are saying that there's no poor anymore. It's either you're rich or you're wealthy. There's no poor. There's no middle class. Rather, there's just poor. So if you're not rich, you're poor. You're not middle class, right? Let the Nigerians Breathe. That's what Samuel is saying. Let's take this one now. Hello and good morning.
Mr. Daniel, good morning.
Yes, please. Good morning to you.
Yes, my name is Apostle Osolai from Apo.
All right, Apostle Loss of Life.
Yes, my take. We have to learn something from from the speaker who want to sponsor a bill to do this, and they have to make a U-turn.
Right.
So our president should to emulate him whenever he make a wrong policy that are not favorable to Nigeria. Let him make a U-turn. And another thing I want to comment is this Simon Eba. The man sponsoring separatism of the thing. Let them leave that man alone. That's how they go and go to Nnamdi Kanu in Nigeria. In that geopolitical zone, things are not going well. The economic are jeopardized in that region. Let them leave him and tackle the problem we find ourselves. Boko Haram and other people that are disrupting Nigerian here. Let them face that problem. They leave the man that are over there making noise and saying that there is a marginalization to his people. Let them do something that will show that there is no marginalization in the Southeast. Not to bring the man down here. Thank you. And God bless you. My name remains Apostle also from Apple.
God bless you too. Apostle also live said, tackle the issue on ground. Look, we have more issues to tackle here: insecurity, poverty, hunger everywhere. And yeah, the lives of Nigerians are being reduced to nothing, and nobody's talking anything. The economy is in a state of chaos, and we're still trying to grapple and struggle and trying to keep things. That's what he is saying. The Apostle also live saying, look, there are more things to handle. Leave that alone and just focus on Nigerians. Hello and good morning. Hello.
Good morning.
Yes, good morning, please.
I want to thank you for keeping us current in Abuja for your radio station.
Right, thank you.
You see, every beginning has an end. Right from primary election, presidential primary election, the INEC know who wants election. The INEC, they know.
All right, who am I speaking with? Who am I speaking with, please? Please, let's always say our name and location. Sorry?
Abuja.
Sorry?
Abraham, Abuja.
Abraham, where in Abuja are you calling from?
In Gwagwalada.
All right, let's go into it.
Right from the presidential election, INEC, they knew who wants election.
Okay.
Now, when they refuse to give the right person that won election, and at the end of the day, the president said, he who is not satisfied with the election, he should go to court. Now, this is where we are. So everybody should calm down. It's the INEC and judiciary that they are keeping us in this critical problem in this Nigerian, our country. Thank you so much.
All right. Abraham said it's the INEC that is putting us where we are today, and until we consolidate with the INEC to ensuring that that institution is strong enough, we may just, keep talking and keep experiencing what we're experiencing at the moment. Right. But anyways, what would be your 2 cents? I mean, there's quite a number of things going on. I told you I was going to bring you something on the Pantami issue, right? That's right. African Union has appointed Professor Isa Ali Ibrahim Pantami as co-chairman of the 4th Industrial Revolution Policy Council. Pantami, a leading researcher and promoter of the 4th Industrial Revolution, will work alongside Professor Anicia Nicola Peter from the National Commission on Research, Science and Technology in Namibia, all right, to develop a policy and strategy for the 54 African countries. Now, the council also includes other distinguished academics and policymakers from various African countries. Once the African policy is adopted by the African Union, all member countries are expected to implement it. And who is the same Pantami? Is it the same Pantami from the Buhari administration? Oh, yes. The same Isa Ali Ibrahim Pantami held the position of Minister of Communications and Digital Economy during the Buhari administration from 2019 to 2023. Hello and good morning.
Hello, good morning, my brother.
Yes, please. Good morning. Is this UND?
Thank you. This is the voice of King Kennedy.
Okay, King Kennedy, welcome aboard. Where are you calling from, please?
I'm calling from Carol.
Awesome.
Thank you.
King
It's
K.
like the studio is looking cold because when I saw you this morning, when I was just watching you this morning, I said, hey, come on, my brother is feeling
Oh,
cold.
you did watch. You did watch. Thank you, my
Thank you,
brother.
bro.
Thank
Thank
you.
you, bro.
Yeah,
Thank you.
appreciate it.
Thank
All right,
you.
let's go. Let's
Now,
go
looking
into
at
it.
the- Let's just go into it. Looking at the salaries of the senators.
Yes, please.
My question is, who do we believe?
Right.
You know, the government has made, sometimes if people like us, government want to speak good about our country, but it looks like the people we have speak good about are the ones shaming themselves. We want to understand. If you're talking about the petroleum, wondering how many times did they promise us of the refinery? 6 times it didn't work. So between the masses and the leaders, who are the people deceiving each other? Now, so if your father deceived you for like 3 times and he comes tell you another thing, will you still believe him? That's just it. I just want to speak to our leaders. Make us that are believe in you. When you say something, let it be authentic, because sometimes you as a I'm speaking out of what is in the context. You correct me and you tell me, come, what is the proof? You get it. So I just want to speak to them. Help us live in you people better. Thank you. God bless every positive in Nigeria.
If you deceive me once, I call it a mistake. Deceive me twice, it may be a coincidence. Deceive me the 3rd time, it's an actual, knowledge of it. So that's why you did it. So it's intentional this time. And if you keep deceiving me 4 times, 5 times, 3 times, 6, 7, 8 more, and will I still listen to you? I'm not sure. That's what King K is saying right there. Anyways, right? Well, you might as well, as you call in, let us into what you think about the Eagles FM's broadcast, how you feel about us. Yeah, you can just give that, in a few seconds, and of course, get into whatever it is that you want to say, right? Something big is coming, and that's why I'm giving this directive, right? Okay. Right, that being said, let me also bring it to your eardrums the fact that the Speaker of the House of Representatives, Abbas Tajuddin, withdrew the counter-subversion bill due to public outrage. Now, the bill had proposed a fine of 5 million naira or a 10-year prison sentence or both for anyone who refused to recite the national anthem. Now, the bill also made it an offense to destroy national symbols, place of worship, or even undermine the federal government with punishments including fines and imprisonment. The Speaker's decision to withdraw the bill followed extensive consultations with stakeholders and a careful consideration of the nation's current circumstances. And yes, according to a family member, Apostle Arsalif, he says, we should learn from this. This is something to learn from, rather than go and say, oh, he did this, he sponsored a bill. And no, learn from it. And what are we learning from it? He brought out a bill, he saw that this bill is going to cause outrage and all of that, and then he took it back. Honorably, right? Okay, that's what Apostle is saying, right? And I'm sure he's trying to say that, look, there are certain things that have been put out there that needs a lot of taken back. And maybe the National Assembly, the President, shall look into that. Hello and good morning.
Good morning.
Yes, please.
Mr. Utoa.
Good morning, please.
I'm John from Suleja.
All right, John. First we got Samuel, now we got John from Suleja. John, welcome aboard.
You speak like Rihanna.
Right.
Yes.
That's right.
Yes.
Yeah, thanks though.
You make me feel excited. Even when we are annoyed with the country, you come on with this smiling.
Right.
Why are you smiling? What is this making you smile?
My brother, the thing is, when your heart beats, you have hope.
So let me go to my
Yeah,
point.
that's it.
I'm from the southern part of this country.
Okay.
But the way the southern senators are keeping quiet on the issue, look at these northern senators are very vocal and they begin to say all the truth. Look at Sani. The former senator said, I collected 21 million. Look at what the former chief whip, I don't know whether he has been restored him back. Look at the other one from Bauchi. But you can never hear anything from these southern senators. They're just keeping quiet, just covering all these things, covering all these things that's going on in the National Assembly. You begin to be, I don't know how to describe them. Now, when any time any president come from the north, they will begin to speak up. That it doesn't go well. It's not the way to run a country. See, what we have now, I don't think is the National Assembly.
Right.
National Assembly, that if you want to borrow money, they have to debate it, the merit and the merit of it. But what do you find now? Since the ninth National Assembly under Saraki have gone, we never had any National Assembly again. Quote me. What they do is really for themselves, by themselves, and by themselves. They don't care. They don't care about this masses. And this is a very big institution that will help democracy to grow. What do we get from them? What do we gain from them? I think there is a way to dismantle this National Assembly and to be no more. I think I would be glad in it. They are very wasteful. They are not helping the situation.
All right,
Thank you
get
very
that,
much.
James. All right, James is saying that the National Assembly, you need to wake up and show up. Right, because you're not living up to the expectation of Nigerians, especially by standards, though. But yeah, says there should be some debate about borrowings, talking about the southern governors, skipping mom, not talking and everything. He's not feeling it. He's not happy at all. But anyways, like I would say, we should get on now to the WhatsApp portal and, go to see what is happening via the WhatsApp portal. Allow for family members to be a part of the discourse this morning. But before we do so, I should bring, I remember his name now. Joseph Jojo from Piakasa. That's right. He was the one person as at yesterday that mentioned the fact that he had worked under a senator and that what the person earns is nothing close to or nothing like what the RMAFC is saying for a senator's salary, right? There's way more than that. But he is back and is going to be giving us a message. Well, Prince K, King K, rather, thank you, says, keep doing what you know how to do best, my brother. Thank you, far too kind. Now, seeing this one now from Joseph Jojo. It says, good morning, UD. Good morning. How are you doing? Very well, thank you. My advice for our president is to set up a price regulatory agency to monitor market prices. Michelle would really help here in Canada. All barbers has one fixed price. Any shop that increases above others gets locked up by their price agency. This is a sane country. UD, you still haven't explained to my cousin what cabal means. He keeps hearing cabal. He just heard it now. Now I'm okay. I can't say that word now on radio. It says, do have a nice day. I had Joseph Jojo from Piakasa watching you live from Toronto. All right, Joseph, please help us now. Come on, help us do that description. Talk to him about what a cabal is, right? And I'm sure he would understand it from you because you're even closer. You're closer to him. Well, anyways, let me give an attempt. Well, a cabal might just be a small group of people, right, who secretly coordinate their actions to achieve a common goal, often in a way that is considered to be manipulative, deceitful, or even oppressive. So the term often, connotes a sense of conspiracy, elitism, right? And exclusivity. Well, in politics, though, a cabal refers to a small influential group, very powerful enough within a government organization that pulls the strings from behind the scenes, often to further their own interest or agenda. Okay, so let's go see a couple of messages right there. I'm sure that one will do for your cousin. Seeing this one now, starting says, good morning, my gentle UD. I'm Yunus Adantani Ibrahim from Abaji. Imagine a lawmaker is earning over 21 million while civil servants are left with 70,000 naira minimum wage. Also, the masses are left in pain. How do we expect things to move well in this country? Definitely, people must protest. Civil servants who served for 35 years can't get 21 million after retirement. No problem. 2027 is the language. Thanks, he says, Yunus Adantani Ibrahim from Abaji. But we must also understand that to whom much is given, they say much is expected, right? Senator, civil servant. Well, everybody's a civil servant, though. But yeah, I mean, the roles, the job description, right, is quite different. And from what we see in Nigeria, it seems as though they do more job. So they should earn more, don't you think? I'm just saying. Anyways, let's go to this one right here now. It says, this is James from Suleja. Okay, James, I want to believe you put a call through, but let's see how we can get every other family members now. Then if we do have the time, we'll still get back with you. See, Chinonso from Suleja now, he says, this is gradually coming out, I guess. Our lawmakers are hugely involved in the suffering of the masses in this country. They are like the oil cabals. They don't care. Just satisfy them and come up with any bill. They will assent to it, no matter what the masses feel. Chinonso is saying that. And I'm seeing you right there. You're David from Port Harcourt. All right, David, all the way from Port Harcourt. And he will say something that really impacts, is striking a chord somewhere. He says, I listen to you from Port Harcourt every day via the app, and I can tell you how impactful the station is to me, my colleagues at work, and majority of Nigerians. Thank you. That's right. Thank you, David. Might I add King David? I want to give it a king title now. It says, hello, UD. Good morning to you. I appreciate you for the good work and for giving majority of Nigerians opportunity to air their views. Okay, thank you. Merci beaucoup. UD, why is private filling stations selling fuel and NNPC not selling? In states like PH here, Lokoja, and so on, do they really feel the pain of common Nigerians at all? If they can't regulate the fuel, how can they regulate the cost of food? Some question. God bless Nigeria. Regards to Hianacho and all the callers and listeners. David, you are from Port Harcourt. Thank you. See this one now. It says, a very good and cheerful morning to you, Obon Udwak Daniel. Thank you. Fuels Casti is here with us today, despite the repeated promises made by NNPCL, oil marketers, federal government, and others. From experience, there has never been a time that a president of the country made himself the petroleum minister without the nation witnessing long queues at petrol stations. That means those who have been petroleum ministers over the years have know nothing about what has been happening in that sector. Is it not time for the people of Nigeria to speak with one voice and ask the president to relinquish the position to a technocrat and focus on his assigned role as contained in the oath of office? The president needs not to be throwing his weight everywhere. Before knowing what's happening in the country, there are other capable hands that can do better. Please, may God save our country, Comrade Ulabasi is saying there from FCT Abuja. Good morning, Sir UD. Concerning the continuous postponement of our refinery working, our President Tinubu has not shown enough commitment, right? I want to believe you are saying that to ensure this fuel hub works. Let President Tinubu privatize these refineries to private individuals who can successfully turn them around. With this set of people in the NNPCL managing this refinery, it will work. Even if it works, it will never produce to meet local consumption, as these people will keep frustrating its performance. Again, we need a substantive minister to oversee the NNPCL. Thanks, Abbas, reporting from Dutse. Now let's go hear your voice note right there. It's going to be a very smart one. So yeah, you might want to keep your ears widely open. See how we get through with the voice notes now. Okay, so starting off with Selassie.
Good morning to Obon Udwak Daniel.
Good morning to you, Selassie.
Good morning to the woman of Macri from BB Blessing.
Right.
Good morning to Ochanya, and I greet Suleiman, original of Fulaniman. I greet Alatuf. I equally greet the listeners and callers of this great radio station. Donald from Niger State, I hear your great contribution yesterday. Keep it up. I want to talk about the military now are to deploy their officers in the northeast and northwest due to insecurity. You see what I have been saying? Most especially the food prices we are causing is contributed by insecurity. And secondly, the second factors of these food prices, again, the high cost of transportation. Obon Udwak Daniel, for the past how many weeks now, people have been queuing. Even when the refinery, Port Harcourt refinery, promises Nigerians that they will start dispensing petrol by August. Now, yesterday, we went to understand they postponed for the 6th time. Can't President sack some people so there will be sanity? Who are behind this fuel crisis in this country? Me, I expect President Ahmed Bola Tinubu to come and make Nigerian better than before. God has blessed you, President Tinubu. You have become the president of this country. Why allowing these people to spoil your government? President Tinubu, please do something about this country in Nigeria. Thank you. My name is Selassie.
Okay, please do something about our country, Nigeria, he says. Selassie, of course, that would be. And now let's go to this one here and bring it very quickly.
Callers and listeners on this platform. My name is Eric from Usetu. Thank you for the great job you're doing. You mentioned that a farm manager and 2 others were killed on a farmland somewhere in Niger State. It's so sad, and may God rest their soul, comfort their loved ones and family members. Some callers are always quick to say crimes, killings happen everywhere in the world. But I keep saying that, like in this case now, there will be no arrest, there will be no justice, there will be no compensation. And it's gone, and it's gone forever. Now, the government is saying they want to deploy military to farmland. Yes, the policy may be, a nice one, commendable. But the question is it sustainable? Can our soldiers, who are supposed to be protecting and guiding against the territorial integrity of this country, be on every farmland? Now, also ask yourself, Udwak, by the time these soldiers are posted to some of the, maybe privileged beneficiaries of this policy, now, won't those farm owners also make some financial provisions for these soldiers that we posted to their farmland? That's the one that will be lucky to have them on their farmland. Now, tell me, won't that cost be also built on their farm produce? So tell me, when are we going to start getting things right in this country? About 2 weeks or 3 weeks ago, Alamin said on this platform that Nigerians that are complaining about the policy of this government should go and farm. So how do people go to their farmlands when they will end up being killed? Please, let's tell the government the truth. They need to fight crime to a standstill. Thank you. Have a wonderful day.
All right, need to fight crime to a standstill. All right, he says. That's what he says. Let's go take this one here as quickly as we can.
Ujak, good morning.
Good morning to you.
This is Anthony Witness. Now speaking from Suleja.
Welcome.
The Ganduji's documents they used in charging Ganduje in court was tampered with, was taken away by the protesters.
Exactly.
Does it stop prosecution of Ganduje? To the best of my knowledge, what is always in the court premises or offices are photocopies. The prosecuting team have the original most of the time. That stays with them. And even the defensive team also have their own copies. So it's always a photocopy that is in the court office. So if they whisk anything away, doesn't stop prosecution unless they want to play games. But why I don't want to look at it as playing of games is because the sitting governor is like the person prosecuting Ganduje. So it's well. I know that they should do the right thing. Finally, the guy that borrowed the bicycle to represent Nigeria and he is threatening to find a greener pasture. People are weighing him. People are trying to draw him to their own side where he will make his life better. What is he waiting for? Is he waiting until he dies? Look at the history of those who have devoted their time for this very nation. Look at the footballers. They just retire into misery and woe. Nobody cares. Even when they have injuries, nobody cares. So you should do what is good for himself. Because you don't crack a panel for an old woman that doesn't have teeth.
All right. Well, you overshot right there, Anthony Witness. Well, thank you, though. Appreciate that one. And let's go take this one. This should be from Alamin.
Good morning, Ujak. This is Alamin from Apple Legislative Quarters. On the decision from the Speaker of the House of Reps, Honorable Tajudeen, to withdraw the subversion bill, I think it's unfortunate. It's unfortunate that he pandered to the emotional blackmail from the few elites who are always, silent whenever, terrible things happen, particularly in their states, but are always very vocal when efforts are being made by the government to reposition Nigeria. I think it is only an enemy of the country. If you claim to be loyal to Nigeria, then if the Nigerian national anthem is being recited, there is no justification for you to sit down. You can disagree, you can have issues with the leaders, but when you are now transferring that issue to the country and you are denigrating the symbol of the nation, that makes you an enemy of the country. So for those who are opposing, the bill, the payment of 5 million or going to prison for 10 years, why should you be sitting down when the national anthem is being recited that you're saying, you're campaigning, shouting that you want a working Nigeria? At the end of the day, we know what we're doing, but I'm very disappointed that the House of Reps Speaker pondered to the mob and the emotional blackmail. Thank you so much.
All right. So disappointed. I am disappointed. That's what Alamin is saying. What are you saying? What is your problem? You hear the Nigerian national and you're sitting down? It's really disgraceful. It's more like, at some point he may. Why would you even sit down? You don't know the anthem and you want to work here. You're saying I'm a bona fide, citizen of the country and all of that. But then, again, it says a coward. I'm disappointed that Tajudeen cowered somewhat, to the pressure. But Nigerians were the ones who spoke, and Tajudeen gave his reason. He said, look, I know why I'm doing this. At a time like this, it would not be so nice, to want to bring it on the way that I'm doing. Maybe some other time I might. Okay, but anyways, yeah, some Trump truth in what you said, though. Appreciate that one. But let's go see this one now. It's coming from Honorable Edwards, and we should take it as quickly as we can. Hello and good morning.
Mr. Edward, good morning. Yes, my name is Honorable Edward from Apple. Government is going to subsidize some selected items of food. How? Some people don't eat semovita, and some eat rice. Some don't eat rice. What will happen to such a situation? If rice is subsidized, what will happen to semovita? I don't know Nigeria. Those one will be suffering. Why can't we unify everything? If we're going to subsidize everything, but what we really want now is refineries, not this subsidy. This subsidy is something else. This is what is giving us problem. Very soon they will start removing subsidy, and the same problem will come back. So we know our problem. Why can't we handle it the way it should? That is not our problem at all. We're talking about making a single salary. It's not just making a single salary. We have to go deep. That is why it's called white collar job in Nigeria. Go to some federal government offices. They don't pay the same amount with federal government offices. Why is it so? I'm telling you. So if we're going to look at it, we need to check this in everywhere. NNPC don't pay the same thing. Are they not? Is not the same thing? Thank you. God bless you.
Right, thank you. Honorable Edwards is saying, well, the Nigerian government has taken steps to reduce the cost of certain food items by removing VAT on them. However, anyways, there's not a very, very straight up, okay, well, what time is already picketing of me now and saying that, hey, UD, you've got to chill at this point in time as Vicky Vic is already here to take you on a journey, a tour. I'm talking about the sports minister now on radio, and yes, stretching his arms right there and saying, come unto me, all ye that need sports and are heavy laden, and I will give you all the information. But anyways, Vicky Vic, don't give me that look. Don't give me that look. Anyways, he's going to be here, and we're taking you through the process. Vicky Vic, you want to say something, or you're just going to stand there and smile at me? Because I don't know. Why are you standing afar? Why are you standing aloof, right? You seem excited. Look, what's going on, Vicky? Have we won another medalist, another medal, or is there something going on you're not telling us?
We already have steel in Ajaokuta.
Oh Lord, Vicky Vic. So we have steel in Ajaokuta. Well, I'll be right here 9 o'clock. We will talk politics and current affairs. This is Eagles 102.3 FM Abuja. We give you an audio radio visual experience that you can count on anytime, any day. Thank you once again. Don't go away. Vicky Vic will be right up next.